Welcome to the Unapologetic She, a space for you, a space for me, which means it's a space for us. Today we are going to get into this lock wash day. Listen, I am not retwisting my hair today. I'm actually going to see how long I can go without retwisting my hair. But today I want to show you some of the stuff that I use to wash my hair, why I use these particular products to wash my hair, and I'm going to show you what I do to moisturize my hair because we don't have time for dry locks. We don't. We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that in 2022. I'm sorry. I know y'all are probably looking at this lock like, what is happening? But yeah, let's get to it. Because why not? So I start by drenching my hair as best as I can, just because with locks, you want to make sure you get them soaking wet. There's a lot that you're going to have to do. So, you know, I've gotten this question before from people of the Caucasian persuasion. We wash our hair just like you wash your hair. Get a little, dancing here and there. This takes a long time, y'all. I try to make sure the majority of my hair is drenched before I apply any cleanser, just because I want to make sure it gets distributed out throughout the locks and my scalp. So I'm going to start with Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Castile Soap. I know there are some people in the lock community that are probably like, why are you using Castile soap? But I'm very serious about clean hair. I know this can be very harsh, but I do start with my scalp first. It doesn't look like it, but I do try to focus on my scalp before I get to cleansing my locks, just because I know the scalp is where most of the buildup is. As you can see, you're supposed to dilute this stuff. Me being who I am, I don't follow directions very well. I just go ahead with that bad boy, get that scalp nice and lathered, and go to town. Check out those muscles, y'all. Shout out to Dr. Baltimore, because like, wow. So of course, when you're washing your locks, you really want to make sure that you focus on your scalp, because obviously that's where everyone hair grows from. But with our new growth, us wanting our new growth to lock, it's very important that we keep that part as clean as possible. I don't really have a, specific method on how I clean my scalp. I just make sure that I get every part of my scalp, and try not to get the soap in my eye or the shampoo, because who has time? I don't even know what I'm dancing to. I'm pretty sure it was just music in my head, y'all. All right, as you can see, I do start to get, the Castile soap on my locks, but I'm not necessarily paying attention to the length of my lock just yet. I'm still massaging my scalp because, once again, clean scalps are the best scalps. We're not dirty over here. We don't believe in dirty locks. Let's rinse this bad boy. So of course, as you know, with locks, it's very easy for things to get caught up in them. So this first rinse, I try to get as much as the Castile soap as I can out of it. It's kind of hard, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I also try to pay attention to the water as I'm doing my first rinse, just because I know with working out, being out and about, there's a lot of dirt that can get caught up in the locks. So I try to squeeze out my locks just to make sure after every cleanse I am getting everything out of it. You do not want things to be built up in your locks. Y'all see this length? Like, look at that. Oh yeah, soap in the eyes, not cool. Not cool at all. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my other shampoo. This is actually an apple cider vinegar shampoo. So I like to use this just because, one, apple cider vinegar is the bomb. It's great for our hair. And two, it's a little bit less harsh than the Castile soap. I try not to use too much of the Castile soap, but I do know it gets my hair clean. And like I said before, dirty locks ain't it. So now I'm gonna use this shampoo and I'm gonna go in and cleanse my entire head, not just my scalp or not just focusing on my scalp. I'm actually gonna go ahead and massage my locks as well. So as you can see, I am pretty heavy-handed, like I've mentioned in a lot of my videos or most of my lock videos. And what I am doing is, you know, cleaning out my eyeballs. But then what I am doing, I'm going in with the apple cider vinegar shampoo. I want to make sure that the length of my locks are being cleaned. So I rub them in between my hands. Now, I know that looks a little weird, but you got to make sure you're getting everything out of your locks. And it might not look like I'm doing it super hard, but I am. I'm just this length, y'all. I cannot get over it. When you're washing your locks, this is a little bit different than starter locks. So if you do have starter locks, I would not take this method when cleansing your locks. I am almost 16 months locked and I'm getting to the mature part of this phase, so it's a lot easier to do this. But you want to make sure when you are washing your locks, you are massaging your locks in between your hands, because you want to get that buildup off. Because I wash my locks often, maybe 2 to 3 times a month, which might seem like a lot, I don't have to do this as hard or as often as others might have to. I also don't have to do a lot of apple cider vinegar detoxes with my locks or anything like that, because I make sure that I don't have a lot of buildup and I don't use a lot of product in my hair. So it doesn't take a lot to get the length of my locks clean. As you can see, I'm going back in with Castile soap. I know, crazy, but once again, I'm very serious about the cleanliness of my locks. So I'm gonna go in with the Castile soap and start to rub my locks once again, rub them together, make sure they are getting as clean as possible. People with locks, women, men, children, boys, girls, all of y'all, don't let anybody tell you that when you first get your locks that washing them and using a shampoo that lathers on them is going to ruin them. Wash your hair. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot wash your hair. Please wash it. Don't be dirty. Now, how often you wash your hair is up to you, but I like to wash my hair for, every other week or every week sometimes. Now, I only have 78 locks, so I'm sure this is a lot harder for those who have smaller locks or locks that are longer, but because my locks are thick, it takes me a long time. I go through them a lot. I massage them between my hands often, and it looks like I'm only paying attention to the front, but the good thing about that is I know that the front is where I spend a lot of time, edge control products, whatever the case may be. So I try to focus on those the most. Yeah, soap in the eye. Again, I'll learn my lesson eventually. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and do another rinse just to make sure that I get everything out of my hair. I like to squeeze my locks as I am rinsing the shampoo out because once again, you don't want that buildup. Also, it's just really good to check to make sure you've gotten all the dirt out of your hair. And by this time, I squeezed my hair to the point when I looked down, I didn't see anything coming out of the shampoo or coming out of my hair. If you watched my last couple of vlog videos, you know I dyed my hair black. So this is also a reason why I make sure I wash my hair the way I do, because I don't want any hair dye left in my hair. It's really important after you do dye your hair, you do anything crazy like that, you even using hair paints and things, you make sure that you do a really thorough cleanse. I'm cute. Look at that. I was really feeling myself in this camera. All right, I'm gonna go in one last time with this Castile soap because once again, I get really anxious. So this time, I'm not cute about it. I just get it all over, lather, get to work. And if you have thick locks, this process probably will take a much longer time to do, only because, you know, the thicker the hair, the more you have to do with the hair. But you knew that. I also have low porosity hair, which is really good for me. Well, washing is really good for me because it definitely helps with the moisture. It helps get things together. And from what I know or what I've heard, washing your hair often, you know, helps it lock up. I don't know how true that is, but hey, I've never had any problems. Look at that back. Wow. Proud. If you have someone else that can help you wash your hair, 10 out of 10 recommend, only because you just want to make sure that you get all the soap, all the shampoo and things out. Normally, I have Howard wash my hair and rinse it out, but you know, life happens. And that's pretty much it, y'all, for the wash part of the routine. Just make sure you're getting everything out. I, at this point, could feel how clean my hair was, you know, when your hair starts to be squeaky and it's just like, oh yeah, you did that? Yeah, I did that. And as you can see, you can still kind of see the parts in my hair. So even though it is wash day, even though I'm not retwisting, I do think it's really cool that you can still see the defined parts in some parts of my hair, just because, you know, maturity. Shout out to these locks. They do what they're supposed to do after, you know, 16 months of torture. Not really. And that's it. Peace out. All right, guys, so we're back and we're washed. I'm gonna go in with my jojoba oil. It's actually jojoba, grapeseed, and tea tree oil, just because I have low porosity hair, so I have to use light oils on my head. I'm gonna go into my scalp with this castor oil and tea tree oil mix. I only use castor oil on my scalp. I'm sure that doesn't even make sense because I do have low porosity hair, but I like for my hair to feel moisturized, or I like for my roots to feel moisturized. And then I'm gonna sit under the dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes on cool, just so that my locks are not wet. I never, ever put my scarf on when my locks are wet because that's nasty and mildew and all of that. Nobody has time for that. So that's really it for my wash day. Let me know what you do during your wash day. Is it weird that I use Castile soap? Even if it is, just keep that to yourself. But let me know what other cleansers that you like to use. I know for me, I'm very particular about what kind of shampoo and conditioner I put in my locks, only because we don't like buildup. We don't have time for buildup. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.